Okay, looks like they're not coming quite yet.
Quite yet, meaning they will, or
No, meaning they've missed the opportunity, and we should probably get started right away here. I'm just in my Discord trying to figure out how to remove the little ding notifications and stuff.
what ding notifications?
When I mute and unmute myself, I get a notification.
Um,
And I don't want to hear it, honestly.
I don't think I have that option right now because I officially don't have a Discord account.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's a little settings thing down at the bottom next to where you can mute and deafen, and I don't know what it does. It just tells me to claim an account.
Oh yeah, I found it. It's the push to talk activate notification sound. I got it. Okay, I think everything's looking pretty good for us to start maybe heading out here. I'm just gonna have to take a second as well to sort of think about how we're gonna go about this. Yeah,
We are the champions, my friend.
because basically I don't want to kill us. That's the whole thing here.
Well, that's very thoughtful.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we should go on the main adventure missing two people, or if we should try and take some sort of side adventure. But I could also play them, but I don't know how much people like me playing them. I don't like playing other characters too as much because it's hard to make decisions with them. I feel scared all the time.
Mm.
We could do like a one shot with like your characters or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, honestly.
Well, you said the Springle was in like the fighting thing or whatever. We could do that today.
Yes, the fighting pits. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go through the sort of the first interactions that I have set up, and then we'll try and get back to just Ellendeer, and then we can go do that as kind of a side thing. Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and just move out. Then I think we can start just playing now. And just as kind of like a recap, we had made it back after finding one of the temples where we were destroyed at the summoning gates. And we had found out that this had been the place where all of the undead had been sort of summoned for in this area. And it looked like, but it looked like the cultists had moved on. Yeah, and so once we destroyed the gates, we took some pieces of it and stuff like that to get analyzed. I was going to go back to Ellendeer. I needed to sort of update the order about what we found. And then also the commander, the lieutenant, I mean, he has to go back and update the Empire about what he's found. So, yeah, we've all sort of got to go back and regroup with all this new information that we have. And I'm just thinking about where we left off. We did a long rest, I think. We came back here and we slept, was like the whole thing.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, and so now I guess we're all just kind of ready to head out. We said we were going to, we had to make a choice, basically, to go back through the Ogre Pass or to kind of go with the unknown and go to the main pass again.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so we decided we were going to head to the main pass. So we'll go do that today. And yeah,
Correct.
once we kind of wake up and everything, Cailegh and the lieutenant kind of get us all together, and we grab all of our stuff, and the lieutenant heads out ahead of us, and kind of leading the way, with Teddy just behind him, as we get ready to go. Oops, with Teddy just behind him. Sorry, he's leading the way, and yeah, and kind of everybody just following in behind Isaias after that. Yeah. I'm gonna take us. Well, I guess we don't need to go there yet. 'Cause yeah, we end up traveling for a little while. I'm gonna just try and get everybody together so I can grab us all. There, that looks like a good little formation. I might move his scout up to beside him. That looks like a good little formation there. I might move the scout up beside him, but I've got it now. So, yeah, we decided to head back towards Ellendeer, and the lieutenant's leading the way because he came up through this way before when he got ambushed and most of his brigade got destroyed or whatever. And after about an hour or two, on the horizon, we can see sort of like an explosion. And this explosion has, we can hear it. It's created sort of like a ripple effect or a wave that pushes out, and we can hear it and feel it. But it's still quite a ways away. And, you can see the smoke rising up into the horizon. And the lieutenant, when he sees this, he sort of kind of gets really happy. And he turns around to everybody and he says, "You know what? I think that's my backup. Sounds like they're blowing out the pass. They'll probably be coming up here soon. I wonder who's going to be leading the charge." And yeah, so you guys kind of know now that it seems that there's most likely the Empire is trying to clear the mountain pass, and they've sent the backup that he had sent for a long time ago is now on its way. Yeah, so you guys keep pushing on, and the lieutenant's pretty happy about this. But as you guys get closer and closer, you're maybe within a kilometer or two of this large pillar of smoke where this explosion went off. And you can start to hear the sounds of what would be a large battle, essentially. You hear guys screaming, you hear the clash of metal, you hear smaller explosions, and the sounds of gurgling and screaming. And the lieutenant kind of at that point gathers everybody together, and he says, "It sounds like they're fighting the last of the cultists on the pass. They're probably on the mop-up right now. Keep an eye out as we head through here. I don't want to get caught off guard."
All right, I'll be sure to do that.
Cool. Yeah, so as you guys are moving forward now, you come to a place where the path is mostly just switchbacks leading up the side of the mountain. There's some wraparounds. I don't know if you guys know what switchbacks are, but they're basically just paths that go up and then they turn around 180 degrees, go up again, turn around, to help you climb the mountain essentially. And so you guys are kind of now getting onto these switchbacks, and I'm gonna go ahead and move you over to that page. Cool. I'm just gonna paste this in the bottom here as we have our party, and I'll move us around a bit too. I want the scout up there. He hangs out up front. Did I not bring the priest? Oh, he's hanging under Cailegh. Cailegh and him are hanging out, I guess. Yeah, so this on this map, these cliffs are usually about 10 to 20 feet tall, and then they peter out down here. They're more 5 to 4 feet, and down here they're obviously just not there really. Yeah. So as you guys are going, the lieutenant has told you to kind of keep your eyes out. I'm gonna get you guys to roll a perception. It'll be a group perception thing.
My passive perception is 21. You want me to roll?
Oh wow. Okay, no, we don't need the rolls. So as we're going, Cailegh with his incredible natural perception. Wait, are you shapeshifted currently, or is that your just natural humanoid form?
That's Cailegh's passive perception.
Wow, that's awesome. Sweet. We won't have to do a lot of these rolls then, because usually the DC is 15 or 18. So, it'll get more difficult with more difficult creatures, but these aren't specifically like hidey creatures. Yes, so you guys get to the kind of like this part here. I'm gonna go ahead and move you. And rearrange our tanks up to the front. But there. So, but as we do this, Cailegh, you're kind of walking on this edge here, and you see up on the top here. I'll put them there right now.
There are Girl Scouts up there.
Yeah, so you see these three mages essentially. They look like are like wizards or sorcerers of some type. And yeah, they're all wearing like cloaks, and they all have just like the simple quarterstaff, you know. And yeah, you can see that they are basically about to start casting something. They're doing like some of the verbal components. And this, I think it's somatic is the movements. Anyways, yeah, so what do you do?
I get Caedral's attention and make sure he looks up there. I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I'm assuming that they're bad, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and as you're getting Caedral's...
Just told us that the path was getting cleared, so I'm assuming that there aren't random cultists, but...
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, as you're getting Caedral's notice, yeah, that you guys are now looking, and Dingle kind of is looking too because he's hearing this, and the priest is hanging out back there with you. But as you're doing that, they each throw well, I guess it's just a firebolt, but they drop firebolts basically down on our tanks up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll those. And they are attacking with surprise on these guys. Only Cailegh was the one who really saw them.
It's not very nice.
And Caedral's like, "Get back! Spread out!" Do. There, did I roll 3? I did. Oh, and there's a crit in there. We're going to get some offensive wild magic. That's crazy. Okay, so the first one, which ones land? The 10 misses, the 25. Okay, so the Teddy gets hit by the crit, and Azaius gets hit by the 25 in the back. That's interesting. The lieutenant saved...
Two of them rolled pretty good.
Two of them just hit no matter what.
Those two are going to die.
So that's 5 on Azaius.
Yeah, probably. Oh wow, 5 plus 12.
That one's only a 25. They're not rolling with... Oh, they are rolling with
Plus
advantage.
12.
Never mind. Holy crap.
Yeah, he gets his advantage.
Yeah, I forgot about the advantage for a sec there.
Or a crit or whatever.
30. Yeah, it's advantage, and then they crit too, both of them. 2 crits on advantage.
All right, because they had advantage on.
Well, that fits the RP, actually, now that I think about it, you know? Cool, and this one's 16. All right. Yeah, so, I mean, they both took a pretty good chunk on that one. But now we can go ahead, and we're just going to go straight into the rolling of the turn order. Everyone can roll initiative.
Hey, Cage, you're over talking. I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Jesus, I forget about the thing. So yeah, after that, they dropped the damage on these two guys, and now everybody can go ahead and roll initiative. You were totally right. I was not pressing my button. It's something new I'm trying to bring in, and I'll get it. I'll get it, I swear.
Oh, I clicked it. I can't click my token.
Are you on measure? I've done
Nope.
that before. Oh, okay.
Yes, I
Maybe.
was.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I've done that.
I like that one
I got
better.
you for the change. Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really have these sheets ready, so I'll just do the mages, and then I gotta get everybody else to all the other characters.
Well, on the plus side, Teddy doesn't really have any fur, so it's not going to smell too bad.
True. True.
Oh yeah. I got just a spell to handle this.
Oh dang, Teddy hasn't been here to do level ups either.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's his own dang fault.
Well, we'll just play it out. I don't care. He didn't do it, so he's not that level. And I'm not gonna level up a character that's not mine. I think Isaias might have the same problem. Yeah, he's got the experience, but he didn't go through it.
Yeah. To sound callous, not to sound callous, but if Teddy dies, then that kind of makes your decision for you.
That is true. I could just make the decision too. Oh,
Right.
yep, one of those bolts just happened to crit him right in the face. There goes his head, and that's an unrecoverable thing. No, I'm just kidding. We'll see what happens, but yeah, at the end of today there will be some decisions being made. Let's get Teddy in here, and that's the last of it, I think. Oh no, wait, the rest of the party that we're with, the dudes. Oops, wrong one. $21's not bad. That's good. The first one I rolled off the wrong sheet.
On there.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong one off the. But wait, why is there so many? One was Isaias. One was supposed to be Isaias. Oh, it's because I rolled that 5.16 off Teddy's sheet. Weird. All right, whatever. We're using those. So, and then he gets. I'll just use the first one. We'll give him the. Oh no, the 4. Never mind. The 4.1 is Isaias. No, he was 12, and then yeah. Okay, I got it now. Holy, okay, now just the last little bits here. I was kind of hoping the priest would have been dead by now, or the veteran, either one.
Less work for you.
Yeah, a little bit, honestly, but that's okay. I tried to kill them early on. I did with those wraiths, but he just survived. It's okay. The veteran just barely survived. So, and the last two. I've got way too many sheets. Okay, now we're fully set up. We've got this nice interaction here. Just going to go through and count everyone. We got Croup, we've got his buddy, we've got Dingle, Isaias, me. Yeah. Wow. The 3 mages rolled the worst initiatives. Wait, I'm going back. Was that what they rolled? It was a 6 and a 6? 2 6s?
One of them got an 18, but you gave him Teddy's first 5.16.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that one of them did get an 18. So the last one. Okay, I got that fixed now. Cool. 2 6s isn't bad, but the 18, he'll be starting it off. Wow. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, and just for posterity's sake or whatever, this part of the cliff here at the edge that they're standing on is about 50 feet, and then it tapers down to 0 feet. So all along there, at the highest point, it's about 50 feet. Okay.
5-0.
Yeah, 5-0. It's a lot taller than it looks on the scale of the map. So it would take 2 turns of climbing to get up there, is what I've spaced it out for. If you're going straight up the top of the cliff, whereas Zays and it's probably just better to run, honestly. But we'll see how it all plays out. First guy's going to be the mage, so we'll see what he does. Just looking through what I want to do here. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, he's just going to throw Firebolt again at Isaias. Nice and simps. Did I not click it? There it is. Why did it do it twice? Weird. I'll take the 10 on that. And that's a miss. So we'll go to Ixu next. Oh, I'm going to be playing a lot of characters today. All right. Ixu is going to take his movement speed and try and do his hand axe, which he's got throwing hand axes.
So for angle reference, it's about 60 feet from where we are to them.
Okay, that's really good to know. Yeah, for where you're shooting, because it's on an angle. Yeah. Way to get that hypotenuse going. Cool. So he's just gonna go ahead and throw it at the guy in front of him. Okay, he's not a high enough level to have double attack yet. So yeah, he hits though. Oh wait, even with disadvantage even. Okay. For 10 slashing on the first mage.
Huzzah.
And it opens a nice little gash on one of his arms there as it kind of chunked in and filleted him. Next is his scout buddy. He's technically a veteran, I guess. He does a multi-attack. He's got the heavy crossbow. Oh, he got a crit and a miss. Okay. For 12. Alright, so this mage is taking a little bit of damage now. He's looking kind of bloodied after taking these, especially after that crit. It kind of got him right in the chest, and he's looking hurt now a little bit.
All right, kissing.
All right, Dingle, my man, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna cast a fireball right here.
Primo. Now, do they have to make a save? I always forget for fireball. I don't think they do they? Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay,
they do.
I always think lightning is the one that should just have it, because like fire, how do you dodge fire? But I guess they can be dexterous. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Lightning's quicker than fire.
Yeah. Since all three of these guys are in range, I think all three have to do it.
Yeah, and it looks like we got 2 saves and 1 non-save, so I'll go ahead and add that damage in for half of it would be 20, or it's 14 for half of it.
Yeah, I think so. And that should be the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Yeah, and that guy that's on the left there, he's looking really bloodied now. And I guess next is Isaias. I don't even remember how to play his character that much, but I think he's going to do Hunter's Mark and then he's going to do his attack, and I think he gets multi-attack still. Or does he? Where is it? Multi-attack. Yeah, he has extra attack. That's what it is. So bonus and then double attacks. That's how it goes. Because he Hunter's Mark is bonus, so that will be the extra damage, I think, or when I hit, if I hit. Anyways, and then he's gonna roll 2 of his bows, but he's also gonna move. And here come the bow shots. The first one misses. Oh, and the second one meets and greets. And the first mage is now dead, as you see this longbow bowl go right through his head, and it leaves a nice hole, actually. It goes clear through. It doesn't even stick in. And he just falls limp to the ground. All right, now it's Cailegh's turn. Cailegh's just going to move back a little bit, just so he's got a better kind of view of them. And then from there, he's going to go ahead and drop just a firebolt. He's seen one of the guys drop now, so we're feeling all right. Nice, and that's a hit. Cool, and with 14 damage, it actually does just enough to drop that second mage in the middle there.
All right, nice.
And then we'll go on to Cailegh.
Mm-hmm. Just a second. Cailegh sees that they're dropping rather easily and is going to save spells. So Cailegh will just, she'll throw out a healing word to Teddy there.
Okay, sounds good. Cool, and Teddy's looking a little bit better now for sure. All right, is that the end of it?
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Next will be, after all the dead people, is the priest. I think the priest will also do kind of a cure wounds or a heal up. Actually, he's just going to drop Sacred Flame on the last guy. For a fail and 10 damage. Cool, this guy is the one who's been making most of the saves and everything. He's been taking the least damage. Alright, next is Teddy. Teddy's just gonna shoot from there. He can see him, so he's not trying to chase him down yet. I would be surprised if he misses at +9. But yeah, he hits for sure. And let's see what the damage is. 21, and that's the end of it. He is able to kill the last of these mages as he moves up ahead.
Good job, everybody.
Oh, thank you. That was quite a battle.
Alright, guys, good job out there.
I thought when they
We
jumped
sure
this-
as heck brutalized those innocent women who protect us without any reason.
Yes, let's go investigate their bodies. Maybe we can find a clue. And Cailegh gets up there, and as he notices,
I'm
they
going to
are
look at their staffs.
definitely wearing the classic markings of the cultists. Even one of them
I'm
has
thinking
that.
I'll just start a collection of staffs.
All right, yeah. So Cailegh heads up there, and everybody's up there. All the staffs are kind of normal, but you can take them if you want. But as he gets up there, he notices that they are all wearing the same sort of markings of the cultists. Even one of them has that same tattoo on the chest that we had seen before of the demon lord Orcus. And yeah, you can tell that these are definitely there's some people who are probably trying to even maybe retreat backwards from this onslaught that's coming ahead, and just got caught in the path. Yeah, but seeing that, Cailegh says, "Well, it's a good thing that we didn't let them take us out. I was starting to feel a little worried when they caught us off guard." Well, let's head on towards Elendil, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Maybe we can find some more about your brother there.
Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. Oh, if we have to fight in the fighting pit, I'll be right there with my spells at the ready. Just fireball the competition.
That's what we need. Boom, baby, like grenades.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that fucking kaboom action up there.
Yeah. All right, let's head out. Yeah, and so we just keep pushing past until we get closer to where all that smoke and fire had been. As we're pushing forward, we start to see some dead bodies around and some Empire, and they definitely can tell that the lieutenant has a higher rank than a lot of these privates. So as we're walking through, some of them are like standing up and doing their salutes and like they're seeing a superior officer, and the lieutenant's kind of waving to them and says, "You've done good here, boys. You've done good. Way to mop up these guys. I could have used you about a week ago, though." And they all kind of laugh and stuff like that. And yeah, you can see around there's like some dead, ogre zombies and stuff like that. Some dead banshees and other smaller zombies. Some ghouls and stuff. Dead cultist bodies everywhere. They're all still wearing those sort of same signals with the mark of Orcus on it. And you can definitely tell that there had been a big battle here. This was probably one of the last places that the cultists had been holding in the whole area, just to make sure that nobody could get up into those temples while they tried to keep bolstering their forces. But at this point, it looks like the Empire has broken through. Yeah, and as we continue on, the lieutenant kind of asks some of these Empire guys to talk to their commander, and he finds their commander, and he starts having he goes in and has sort of a meeting with him, a general's meeting, a debriefing or whatever. And when he comes out, he comes back and he kind of gives us the details, and he says, "Well, it looks like most of the cultists have moved off this mountain now. They seem to be going down south towards the capital of Heroth, Farandril. Apparently they're looking for more of these gates, and apparently a lot of these temples were built long ago with the sole purpose in mind that they would one day eventually have the power to bring back Takesis into this realm. I'm glad that we've destroyed one. It seems to be the only way that we're going to deal with these cultists, but if we're going to stop them ever, we're going to need to find where they're headed. And so I'm probably going to get stuck here holding down the mountain for the next few months. But I know that you guys are wondering where you should head next. And the commander here has told me that there's a lot of activity down by Farandril, out by the coasts there. And I think you should start looking down there. You should head to the main city first and talk to some Empire folks there. They'll definitely know where to go or where to lead you.
You're going to be bored out of your skull.
Yeah, I don't suspect there'll be much action up here, but at least they'll give me all my commendations for the amount of tragedy I've endured on this campaign.
Do we get accommodations too?
Oh, I'm not sure, actually. I'm probably going to stop here with my men and just join up with the forces here while we do the mop-up. And then I can report later with the rest of the commander's forces when we return. But for now, I think I'm going to stop here with my men, and we're going to take advantage of what the Empire has to offer us. You could stay here if you wanted for the night. I'm sure I could get you somewhere to sleep, or even head on to Ellendeer. There's still quite a amount of time left in the day. I'm sure you'll make it there before sundown.
Yeah, probably a good idea to just keep on going along the trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get back to civilization. Cool.
I'd rather stay in the mountains, but I probably shouldn't wander too far from my party.
Oh yes, they are. They are very, very pretty out here. I do like the mountains quite a lot. It sure beats those dwarven women. It sure beats those dwarven women back in town at Ellendeer. All right, let's get on the path. Let's head back. We're gonna head back to Ellendeer.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Might have to clean this one up. Yeah, there we go. I knew it. Oh wait, no, that's our whole party. Cool, we're good. So I'll just put us there. Yeah, so we're coming back to Ellendeer, and Cailegh kind of looks around and he says, well, last time we stayed here, there was a nice enough noble to help us, but turned out they were quite the backstabbing cur, and I'm not sure where we'll stay this time. They didn't
Did we
seem to
ever
be...
kill him?
No, we never did. I'm not sure where that scoundrel ran off to. I don't think he'd be back at his mansion, but we could maybe go check.
Yes, let's check.
All right, let's go. Let's go see if what we can see. All right, so we all head back to Dogport, and the mansion of the noble that we had secured accommodations with last time. I'm just trying to get his name here. Gregor, that was his name. Gregor. Yeah, and well, Dingle, you were able to get us the audience last time due to your nobility status. I mean, I guess we could try it again, but as soon as we get to the door, they'll know who we are. So we kind of need to like either to have some sort of disguise, or like we need to like somehow.
What if I turn into a little critter and scamper in?
That works for me. I like that idea.
Yeah, that could work.
What should I? A lizard? A little spider?
I think a spider would work really well.
Okay. Little bitty spider.
Sounds good. Well, at least we know you'll be able to get in, but we might have to think of something else for us. I am a master illusionist. I'm sure I could create some sort of distraction for these guys.
Well, you don't really have to get in if he's not here.
Oh, true. Yeah, maybe you should go take a look. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in there first.
Okay.
All right, Cailegh, we're counting on you.
Yeah, so you find like a little crack in the wall, and you crawl in, and on the first floor, kind of where like the dining room was that we got locked in and stuff, kind of
Shudder a little.
near the doors. Yeah. There's just like nobody around really. It's kind of supper time-ish later in the night. but there doesn't seem to be anybody in the dining room. You can continue on either around the main floor or you can go to the top floor.
I'm gonna try and cover as much of it as I can just to make sure.
Okay, so you want to
But
look.
I'll cover the first floor first
Okay, sounds good. So
and move up.
you go past that like dining room or whatever, and then on your right hand side is a larger area, kind of like for a living room, where there's nice sofas and stuff, nice coffee tables, and all the sort of like almost Victorian style furniture that you would expect from nobility. And then as you continue going, you can tell that just around the corner you smell food and stuff like that, and you come to the kitchen. And when you come to the kitchen, you see that there's 3 cooks working in there, and yeah, they all look at you, and one of them goes, "It's a spider! Kill it before it jumps in the food!" And one of them starts running after you, and so now you have to basically run away. So what I want you to do is roll a stealth check on me.
Of course.
And I guess you're in spider
Okay.
mode. Does spider have extras to that type of stuff?
Yep, stealth +4.
Oh, dope. Well, then this might go even better for you.
So not.
Okay, well, it was only 10, so you passed. Yeah, you find it like a crack in a wall that's like not too far away, and you're able to skitter away. And you hear the cook go, "Ah, damn it! It got away. Keep an eye out. I don't want any of that in my food." Yeah, and basically that's everything on the first floor that you can suss out. So you can go head up to the second floor now. And as you get up there, you notice there's like a bunch of rooms. One of the rooms was the room that we first talked with Gregor. It's kind of like his meeting room or his study. And then there's like a collection of probably like other rooms that were basically rooms that we stayed in, or rooms like bathrooms and stuff like that. So do you probably want to go check the study first, I assume?
That?
I assume you would want to go check his like main study room first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah. And you go in there, and it's empty right now. Currently nobody's in there. So there's like 3 other doors in the hallway. One of them looks like a bathroom, one of them looks like a closet, and then another like a supply closet, like a janitor's closet, and then the other one looks like a bedroom. So after kind of like checking through all of them, you realize that he is there. He's actually asleep in his bed right now.
Hmm. 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 What to do? What to do? So my first thought was to climb on the ceiling above him and then shift into something really big and just fall on top of him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You could like pin him or whatever, or like yeah, surprise it for sure him.
My second thought was to just turn into something venomous, but I don't know if that'd be enough to kill him. And my third thought was to go get you guys. So
Yeah, you definitely have some options here. Take your time with the options. Like yeah, feel free to contemplate them.
he an elf or a human?
He's a half elf actually. Yeah. I think so. I'm just gonna check his sheet here quick. That's what I had made him. Yeah, he's a half elf. Yep.
I kind of want to just turn into a big bear and, as a spider, crawl up and
Yeah.
go up, and then turn into a bear and drop down on him. And
What's up to anybody tuning in? I got myself muted on the D&D chat, so
preferably maul him, but I can only just fall on top of him. I guess that'll be
so
all
I
right.
could talk with you guys too. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, so we'll get you. You're gonna, when you drop down, are you gonna make an attack, or are you gonna try and like, I guess what's the other one? Grapple him or something?
If I can.
So so when you drop down, you can make an attack, or you can make a restrain. I think is what it's called. I'm just looking it up right now. Or I mean, like a grapple. You could do a grapple too, or something like that. But there's a condition restrained here. I'm just looking it up. I don't know. Do you want to kill him, or do you want to hold on to him, or?
Oh, good point. Didn't really discuss that. I mean, I didn't even think you'd be here, so.
Yeah. I'll leave it up to you or your character.
Ooh. If we want him alive, I'd need a different tactic.
I don't think there's been anything that's indicated that any of us want him alive. I think we all pretty much just want revenge.
I mean, you could become a snake to like. Here's my idea: become a snake and just like choke him out.
True, you could knock him unconscious and then tell us to like come after.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of turning into a snake, but I wasn't sure how to get your guys' attention afterwards. But all right.
You can become like a really big snake, like a huge snake, choke him out, and just throw him out the window. That should get our attention, maybe.
Yeah, that would work. Even the flying snake, because you've seen a flying snake before, so you can go into that mode and it would work.
I can't be a flying snake yet.
Oh yeah, you can't fly yet. That's right. Never mind.
But I can
But
be
I mean,
a constrictor snake.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. Do you still have the restriction where you've had to have like seen them?
Well, I would have seen one when where I grew up.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you on the growing up in the forests. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you're going to turn into a snake when you drop down from the ceiling, and you're going to try and try and knock him out unconscious, essentially, right?
And maybe wrap around his throat so he can neither scream nor breathe.
Okay, cool. So now I see on here the sheet has a constrict, and it needs to an escape DC of 16. Yep, and that's going to be strength. Okay, so the way this works is as you drop down, you change into your snake form in the air, and you land on him, and you immediately grapple him, and you're starting to choke him out. And as that's happening, he gets one chance. He only gets one chance to do, and you didn't have to hit because he was like basically unconscious. So I've already given you the free hit. But once you do hit, he gets one little chance as he's getting choked out to try and break free. All right, it's a huge DC, right? 16. So this is going to be we'll see how it goes. No way. Huge roll. 18 on the roll. Oh. All right. So as that happens, I just got to go back to constrict 1 sec. I'm just wondering how much damage he takes. And are you a giant constrictor snake or a constrictor snake? Which
1d8 plus 2.
Okay, so you're a regular constrictor snake, right? You can go to the other one, the Challenge 2 version, can't you? You have that now, don't
Want
you?
me to roll that?
Yeah, just because it seems a little bit more fitting for where we're at level wise. Cool. Oh, so wait, I was saying, okay, you can go up to anything that's a challenge 2, right? Oh, sorry. You can go up to anything that's a challenge 2, right?
I don't have a. Do I still have a challenge rating limit? I know I can go up to 2. Yes.
Okay, so I'll actually get you to roll the giant constrictor snake page, which ends up being a 2d8 plus 4. So just add one more d8 to that.
Okay.
Okay, the extra 1 damage. Hey, it all helps, right? Cool. Just going to go ahead and put that in. Oh, I'm going to need a token for this guy. Hold up. Hold up. I already have a token. I'm just going to kind of keep track of it on out here. I mean, he's in his little house there or whatever, so... And we can move you over there too if we want, but this is just to keep track of the health points. Okay, so now he's taken that damage. It hurt him a pretty good amount, but he's looking ready to fight now. He's not wearing any armor, so he has a lower AC, and he also has no weapons. So he's fighting unarmed, all right? So now at this point, he's broken free of your grapple, and you both are kind of standing there. So I need you to roll initiative, and then he's going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Just to see who gets to move first, essentially. All right, he got a 6. 6 isn't very good, honestly. All right, so you go first. You can choose what you want to do. But essentially, at this point, he is free of your grapple. You can try and grapple him again. You would just have to make sure that you hit.
Which is what I will do.
All right, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So, yeah, it's the plus 6. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a hit. So on hit, he's going to
Nice.
take 2d8 plus 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll his strength to get out of it again to see if he's strong enough. He's rolling really strong today for some reason. Okay, cool. He takes another 10 damage. At this point, he's looking actually kind of beat up. He's like, he's taking a lot of damage from you. You're a giant constrictor snake, so you're able to impact him pretty heavily. It's all bludgeoning damage, so you don't really see any blood or anything like that. He's just been beat up. He's bruised, and he's panting really heavily. At this point, though,
well, I'll let him get a swing in.
He's gonna yell guards. And I think he's going to try and, like, grapple you to restrain you. So... Or is he going to try and beat you up? I'm not sure. I'm just got to get into this guy's mind, right? Like, I've just been woken up. There's a giant snake. It's attacking me. Do I try and kill it, or do I try and restrain? I would try and kill it, honestly. At that point, you're so fucking scared. Oh, and how am I going to do the unarmed attacks? Oh, I know. You just roll this. Yeah. So he gets 2 unarmed attacks. No, don't do it like that.
King, or are you muted?
Oops, sorry. I'm just looking at what he does. So yeah, he's gonna use his unarmed attacks. And he gets 2 unarmed attacks. But he's just standing there, like I said. Yeah, kind of like But what he does yell to the people in his house. He says, "Servants, get in here! There's a giant snake." Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out the unarmed strike thing because there's no thing on my page for it. But he's just gonna roll. He rolls 2d20, and then he adds his strength modifiers to hit. That's how I would do it. So a 16 and an 18 becomes a 19 and an 11. So only one would hit, I assume, in that giant constrictor snake. And the one that hits is just going to be a pitiful, like, 1d6 plus his strength. So it's 5 damage to you. And I don't know if you have your temporary hit points up, but if you can go ahead and add them for the constrictor snake.
Now, -5, you said?
Yeah, 5 damage, yeah. He's not doing much punching the sides of a giant snake. 5 bludgeoning. Cool. And with that, you can now hear like stuff in the background. People are coming after you. You know that like since he's done that, now people are coming, but you're kind of unsure about well, actually I don't know what you want to do. You're unsure about how many are going to be coming, and you just know that there's like usually a lot of servants around the house doing different things. But yeah, you can go ahead and let me know.
Okay, so I will again try to grapple him.
Cool.
I'm going to. I don't actually know how big I am. But,
I think you're huge, like 25 feet long kind of thing.
Okay, so because I still want enough of my body to be able to slither.
Oh yeah, you have a
Drag him out if I
lot of
grab.
body. Yeah, you've got 25 feet of body, so you could like probably wrap him up a little bit and slither away.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. All right, go ahead and roll the damage on that, which will be 4d8 plus 4.
48?
4d8 plus 4, yep. With a crit like that, you might kill him.
So I don't know how you play it. But if a previous game, if we stated that we don't want to kill him, then as long as we took him to 0, they're still alive, just unconscious.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, and you were trying to do that already, so. Yeah, you knock him unconscious with that blow. He has no ability to fight back this time, so he won't be able to make a save. So you do have him grappled now completely. You can hear people coming from the stairs, up the stairs. They're a little bit of ways away down, like they're not even in the hallway yet. And there is a window here, and then like cracks in the doors and other places. But you can try and maybe like break through the window or something. I don't know. But what do you want to do? Or you can face down the servants. The servants probably, from what you gathered last time we were here, they're not into fighting mostly, so. Or they're probably not very good at it, I would say.
So I'm gonna. Was the door open or closed?
Currently, it's closed.
Okay. We'll just go out the window.
Okay, cool. So, you are on a second story, so you're probably gonna take some fall damage when you go out, but you've got a lot of health. And then I need you to do a strength check just to make sure you have enough strength to break the window. It's not very high.
Right. Let's see. So +4. How it works? Just roll a d20 plus 4.
You betcha. Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely pass. So you go out, and then you both fall and take 2d6 damage. So you can go ahead and roll the d6s for your damage. Cool, cool. So you take 8 damage as you fall to the ground.
Alright, so after we land, slither around the corner so that I can't look out the window and see.
Cool, cool.
And then I'm going to change back to me so that people aren't looking for a giant snake.
Okay, sounds good. And are you going to leave his body there, or are you going to keep carrying it?
I don't know if Cailegh could carry it.
That's kind of what I was thinking. She's pretty small, so you could drag it, essentially, is what I was thinking.
So, how tidy are the alleys?
Well, these are actually kind of like mansions and stuff. So he's like, he's not even in an alley yet, really. These more are like palatial estates. So you're kind of like at the side of one of these, but you're in between two of them. There's a fence line here, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, they're not that tight.
Yeah, I thought they were close knit buildings. Then I wouldn't be out of snake form yet. I'd need to get them as far as I can.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm just gonna say that after you get around the corner, the guys look out and they don't really have any idea of where you went. So they're gonna start turning around and running backwards. You're basically at the front of the house now, and we can see you. Everybody who's just sort of been waiting, and we see this giant snake with like Gregor in the grasps, and Cailegh says, "Oh my God, she got him!" He's gonna run over there too, actually, and start to try and help like carry this guy out of here.
Oh, we're over here. Okay.
Yeah, I guess everybody can do that. Teddy and Isaias will help too.
As soon as you guys see me, I'll turn back into me.
Cool. Teddy literally just comes over and pushes us all out of the way and throws this guy on his back too. He's like, "I carry." And then Cailegh's like, "Let's go. Let's get out of here."
All right, boys, you gotta split it.
Yeah, and as a group, we start running down the streets with this guy over our shoulder. And as we're doing that, Cailegh's like, "Do you have any idea where we're going?"
Away.
All right. So Cailegh's kind of in the front leading the group, and he ducks down some alleys. We'll just gonna map it as I go here. And we start to get to the edge of the city. And then we take this sort of like traveler's bridge. And we get to the edge of the city.
You pretty much went all the way through the town.
Yeah, we're running through a bunch of like alleys and stuff. Like we're just running, and like people are seeing us for sure. But nobody's gonna stop us at this point. And the authorities haven't been alerted yet. So like we've got a really good like head start on a lot of these guys. So yeah, like just the whole time we're just booking it, and Cailegh's just like, "Don't stop, don't stop."
I was just wondering why we went this way instead of like this way or out this way. I don't know. I assume these are farms.
True. I think Cailegh just wanted to get back on sort of the path that we had left Elendil the last time. So. Well, here we'll say we stop we'll say we stop right about here, and as we do that, Caedrel looks back to the group and asks which way we should go, because so he stops right here, and he asks the group which way we think we should go. I'll bring that back a little bit. So yeah, we just stop at like sort of the edge here. We've run down a couple alleys, but we don't really know which way we're going or what we're doing. So Caedrel kind of just gets everybody together and asks what they think we should do.
I think some of us go this way, some of us go that way, and maybe guards follow people that go that way.
Okay, you want
So
to
we
kind of
take him this way, and then a couple of us run this way, so people think that it's all where it's to send the guards.
Okay, cool. And I think we should maybe meet in Ratside then when we're done. It's sort of like the ghetto slums of this town, and I think we might be able to find a place to hide there.
Alright. I'll head the rat side way. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. You guys take the body, so any of you guys run this way. Some of you guys go this way. And I will cut through the town and go to rat side, see if I can get us a place to stay. Well, get us like a safe place. You recognize it? If I find somewhere, I'll hang my cloak of protection outside the door.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, then we'll know which place to go to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'll stick with Teddy and Gregor here, and we'll try and kind of head out of town. Somebody else can do the distraction, and then yeah, and then we'll get you to find us an inn or something in Ratside. Cool.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that like Teddy and Caedrel like sort of run out through the farms into like the forest land and start hiding out in there a little bit and kind of wait for dark so that they can keep this guy, their little prisoner, kind of under wraps while they transport him around. Azaius is gonna go try and lead the guards away in the opposite direction towards the silk yard. And Cailegh, which way do you want to go?
I'll go with Azaius.
Okay, cool.
Just because people have already seen multiple, but before we pass, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on you guys.
Oh, so smart.
The people, so that focus will be on us.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes it so that we just basically have no issues getting out to the forest and hiding. Cool.
Pretty much just stroll out of it.
So yeah, you guys run out of town, and when you get to the edge of town, you realize that you can hear alarms kind of going off maybe deeper inside town, but it doesn't seem like anybody's chased you up until this point, and that you probably have at least a pretty good lead on them. So at this point, you can try and go rendezvous with Caedrel and them in the forest, which might be hard, or you can go to... But you have Azaius with you, he's a ranger, and he can track us probably. Or, because we're in the mountain areas. Or, yeah, you can go to Ratside. You and Azaius can go to Ratside and hang out with Dingle. It's kind of up to you where you want to go after you make it out, because it seems you've made it out of town pretty much scot-free at this point.
Okay. Oh, I cast Pass Without a Trace on you guys, so I'm not too worried about you guys. So I'll suggest we just go to Ratside and find.
Cool. All right, so then I'll go with Dingle next. Dingle, yeah, you get to Ratside, and there's definitely a lot of like low-end inns around. So, you know, some of them look better than others. What kind of inn do you want to go to? Because there's a lot of them out here. There's like sketchy motels, and then, well, there's not really like any high-end place, but there's some that are a little bit better than a sketchy motel.
Well, if I was a god, I would check these sketchy motels first. But then again, they could think it's not a sketchy motel. Yeah, I'll go with the sketchy one.
Cool, cool.
I think they think everything. So
Yeah,
Good
that's
point.
true. Yeah, so this place is only 25 a night. It's kind of run down, and when you get in the front of the door, you're greeted by just a regular old human lady who looks like she's probably been living here her whole life. Um, but yeah, you order up a room and you put your cloak outside, and a few hours later, Azaius and Cailegh show up, and you hear a knock at the door, and it's them. And now, basically, it goes back to Cailegh and the guys, and they come like quite a few hours after because they waited for nightfall, and they wanted to travel kind of in the dead of night. And yeah, Cailegh kind of uses some of his illusionary magic to help them pass through and create distractions during the night that helps them get there. But yeah, they all arrive, and tonight we'll take a long rest, and I'll get you some XP on where we're at, and then because we did just defeat Gregor in a battle. And then we'll start up the next day. Yeah, but we can all sort of just go to the inn for now, and we're all kind of at the inn, and we can chat about what we're gonna do. But yeah, Cailegh arrives with Teddy and the guys. I'll get everyone there. Cool. And yeah, now we're all at the inn, and Cailegh says, "Cailegh, you have to tell me what happened in there. How did you end up with him?"
well, I found him sleeping, and I thought I thought we should do this as a team, or maybe he might have information. I don't know, but I decided not to kill him right away, and I just made him unconscious and dragged him out to you guys.
That's the best plan you could have ever done. I'm so glad we've captured him. He probably knows a lot about the inner workings of the cult of the summoners, so I really want to investigate him. All right. And with that, he's going to go up to him and grab his head, and Cailegh's going to go into detect thoughts. He's going to be in there for a while cuz you have to keep going back and back.
Ooh.
To kind of like go and get more and more information. So he's going to be spending at least 10 to 20 minutes.
I think you're muted again.
Oh shoot, I lifted my finger off. Sorry, yeah, he's going to cast Detect Thoughts. And he's going to be in there for about like 10 to 20 minutes while he's like trying to get more and more information out of this guy.
Alright, well, that's something. Alright, here's the deal. Cailegh, whenever you're done, let me in there. Whenever he wakes up, I give him a good slapping, and I'll start interrogating him. See what I can figure out.
All right, and Cailegh spends the time, and after a little while, he's able to come back out of the concentration that he's spending on the Detect Thoughts, and he looks around to the group and he says, "Well, I've learned a lot. Turns out this man has been working with the cultists for a long time. He was one of the first people to help them set up in the mountains. He even knew about the temple for a long time." Sorry, what'd you say?
Cailegh said, "That scoundrel."
Yes, he's been a two-faced liar for a long time. He originally was one of the people who found the temple and alerted the cultists to this area. He's been getting paid for his services, and he knows quite a bit, so I guess this is what he knows. The first thing he knows that I didn't know up until this point is that there's 4 temples on this island. The 4 temples are the 4 main areas that were used to summon forth Takhisis before. Basically, all you have to do is bring simple gates there, gate statues that have been imbued with the conjuration magic. And once you're at the sacred sites, you can go ahead and access the undead plane. From these 4 temples, they will eventually try to do a group ritual conjuration summoning. The goal of the cultists has always been to have enough power to summon Takhisis back into this realm. And it seems that once they've gained control of the 4 summoning areas, the 4 temples, They can perform a ritual at the same time at each location. And what it does is it opens up a central portal in the middle of Heroth, where Takesis comes from. Each one of these temples acts like a beacon, and it opens up one part of the gate that can open up the powerful, the necessary power for the gate to bring Takesis through. It seems that they don't know about the temple that we found at the very beginning of our adventure. When we stumbled upon that one cultist who seemed to find that temple, he had not relayed that information yet back to his commanders. So at least there is, for now, one temple that remains unfound by the cultists. However, they have at least found 2 others. The temple that we just destroyed was the first that they found, but they seem to have found another one down by Ferandril. And, well, that seems to be the next place that we'll have to go. This man didn't know exactly where this next temple was, but he had been told by the cultists that they were moving their people out after they were able to defeat the Empire when they moved up the mountain pass.
So breaking one temple didn't stop them?
It seems that we're only 25% of the way done, if that. But I guess at this point, we also have the option where we can try and bring this prisoner along on our adventures, or maybe we can turn him into the Empire here. We don't really have any evidence, so I'm not sure that it'll stick if we turn him in, but we're kind of at a crossroads as what we should do with this prisoner.
Alright, listen, I got an idea. Okay, so my plan is simple. We tie him up, throw him in the river, and I use shock and grasp in the river. Just fucking fry him right here and now. Don't have to worry about him later.
That sounds good to me. They'll probably think he just drowned somehow out for a night stroll or something and fell into the river.
Yeah, he had a bunch of Chinese finger traps around his wrists and around his ankles too.
Yeah, it just happened to be that way, yep. Does anybody have any opposition to that, or do we think that justice should be served here today by us?
Let me check Cailegh's personality traits.
Yeah, I'm checking Teddy and Isaias right now too. I'm like, where is your little... Oh, Teddy's full neutral. And he's fully loyal to me, so anybody who, he's super loyal to the group.
I'm chaotic neutral, and I don't like people if they don't like nature or animals. That's about it.
Well, chaotic neutral means that you wouldn't have any good or lawful objections, right? Like if you were good, you would definitely maybe have an objection, or if you were lawful, you might have an objection. I don't think that would bring up any objections.
He's a terrible person.
And, Isaias is neutral good. So, but he has no ideals, bonds, or flaws, so I'm going to play him how I want him. He doesn't care about the law, because he's neutral, but he is good. But this guy isn't good. It's very simple. This guy is evil. So he has no problems with killing this person because he knows that, the law is not always the best system. That's why he's neutral. He's not lawful. He knows that the law doesn't always get you what you want, or justice. And he is good, so he knows this guy is evil and is working with the cultists. So, yeah, Isaias has no issues. Actually, he's probably pretty happy to dispatch this person. Cool, yeah, so let's go dump him in the river.
Alright, well, with no objections, Teddy, grab his ankles and start tying them together. Isaias, you start tying his wrists. Caedrel, you stand there and look pretty. Cailegh, I want you to help me carry him.
Alright, I got them there. They're all helping you out right now.
Alright. I toss him in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, and you see his unconscious bodies floating down the river.
Alright, time for the third part of the plan. Shock and grasp! It's like shock and grasp the water. Kinda where he is.
Perfect. And yeah, you see You see the river light up as tendrils of electricity bounce across the surface, and all over his body. His body seems to be acting as some sort of conduit to it all. All these little tendrils are racing towards his body, and slowly but surely, it's kind of like eating away at his flesh too. Like some of it's kind of burning off, and you can tell there's a lot of electricity there. And yeah, his body is slowly floating away while this happens.
All right, good job, team. I think we did good.
I think maybe we shouldn't stay around here very long.
Yeah, good point. We should probably leave this area.
True, I'm not even sure we should stay at the inn tonight now that we've released a dead body into the river. Well, should we head out back to the mountains? I mean, we don't really have... We could go camp there at least for tonight. Maybe by that refugee camp. There might be dwarves still there.
Maybe. I think we have like one more piece of information here, like with Springle and the Ellendeer fight pits or whatnot.
Oh yeah, we do need to figure out that.
Well, here's what I think. Since people didn't really see me well at all, you guys can go hide out in the woods for a bit, and I'm gonna go check that out. Or if you guys want to risk, come with me. That's cool too.
No, I think Dingle, you're by far the most suited for this activity. You're a wonderful actor, and you're also a noble who is very eloquent. So I'm sure you'll be able to get yourself out of any situation that you get yourself into.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
I thank you, Cailegh. I'm glad you have faith in me. All right, I'm gonna go get it.
Cool. So, yeah, you go back into town, and we all go hang out in the forests. We make a little like makeshift camp, and it's just off the road. So yeah, Cailegh, as he's kind of departing with you, he says, "We'll have a camp on the road. Make sure to just look for us. We won't be that far."
All right, I'll be sure to do that.
Cool. And yeah, so you're in Ratside currently, and just down the way is a pub where it seems a bunch of people are. It's pretty lively. You think you could probably go find out some information about this secret underground fighting pit lair from there, or you could maybe ask the innkeeper or something.
All right. Yeah, I walk in there. I go up to the innkeeper.
Okay, and I assume you ask about the fighting pits?
Yeah. I say, hey, buddy, you know where the fighting pits are? I'm a little interested. Might do a little betting. May throw my fists around and fight a little bit. You know, the usual.
Well, I can't say... Oh, wait, it's an old lady. That's right. Well, I can't say that I visit the fighting pits very often, but I have heard of them. A lot of those ruffians from the bars down there seem to like to gamble on them.
All right, sounds good. Now, can you tell me a general direction of where to go? Like a general area?
Well, I don't know where the pit is, but you'd probably just want to start at the pub just down the road. There's usually a lot of people there, and you'll probably find somebody who knows something. I'm just an old lady, so I don't know much about the fighting pits.
All right, thanks for the tip. And before I leave like a gold piece behind as a thank you.
Awesome. And she giggles with glee. She's like, "Oh, thank you. So nice. You didn't have to, but thank you."
Oh, you're welcome, lady. It's got... Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, I heard the echo of my voice. That was loud. All right, so I'm speaking a little bit away from the microphone. All right, so I leave and go to the other pub.
All right, yeah, sorry about that. You go to the pub, and yeah, there's like a bunch of guys drinking. Some ruffian dudes, like some regular people too, just like people who look like they work at the castle or something. Yeah, you can choose someone to go talk to.
All right, I go talk to the group of ruffians.
All right, and they're engaged right now in the middle of a drinking battle. It seems like, or they're just about to start one. They're ordering out a bunch of rounds and stuff like that.
All right, boys. Who wants a free gold? Who wants a gold piece?
And a few of them turn their heads.
Get it. Before you get it, you have to answer one question of mine. Maybe a couple more after that.
Oh, I could always use some gold. What's the game here, little one?
Oh, nothing special. Just want to know about the fighting pits. Generally where they are.
And they start to laugh hilariously, uproariously actually, and they look at you and they say, "Huh, I don't know about looking so nicely dressed. What someone like you would want to do with the fighting pits."
Let's just say I got some business there. Besides, I never want to throw my fists around for a change. I'll have you know I fought a giant monkey once. Very powerful, got away without taking any damage.
Well, that's quite an achievement. I know some of those giant apes up in those mountains up there. They can be pretty aggressive. So, well, you know what? I do know a little bit about the fighting pits, but I think you need to prove your worth here. Come sit down. We're about to have a drinking contest.
Alright, better have some cognac. That stuff's the best.
Well, I guess we can make one of the rounds cognac, but I'm mostly a big fan of the brew. And he kind of holds out this big schooner of beer in front of you. All the ruffians are just like humanoids. They're just like big looking dudes, but they look like they probably are mercenaries of some type.
Oh, now it's getting interesting. Alright, boys, let's down them.
All right, and so they order up the first round, and the way this is going to work is that the drinking rounds essentially is a constitution. I don't know, have you done one of these before?
I don't think so.
Cool. So the way I run them is it's a DC constitution, and every time you drink, it gets higher and higher and higher. And if you fail, you throw up. And the winner is the person who passes and continues to pass these DCs until the very end. So yeah, I'm just gonna say there's like 3 other guys there with you, and so there's the 4 of you together, all drinking together, okay? And so we've got the first round going. They pull it all out, and it's actually just a shot of straight vodka, and the main guy that you've been talking to is kind of just like, all right, a simple round for the first round. Here we go, and yeah, we can all roll, or you can roll your Constitution saving throw, and I'll roll 3 of them to see how they do. Word.
Alright.
Everybody passes. It was a really easy round, and you all rolled really well. So they down it, and they kind of laugh and slap each other, and then they look at you, and they go, "Oh, yes. Well, that was an easy round. We'll see how it gets when it gets deeper into it."
Alright.
Now they're going to order up a round of grog. It's essentially just like a heavy stout beer. It's not quite even... I don't know. It's a thick beer, kind of like Guinness. And he holds it up and he says, "A small cup of grog for the dwarves." And yeah, we can roll our next one. Whoa. Apparently they don't like the thick beer as much. 2 of the buddies, the guys that haven't been talking, immediately start spewing everywhere. And even the guy who you're facing off against kind of like almost bubbles up, and like you can see he's like just barely holding it down, you know? And the 2 others that thrown up, after he gets done, he kind of stands up and he just punches both of them in the chest really hard and knocks them to the ground, and he says, "Weaklings, I can't believe I drink with you." And then he looks at you, Dingle, and he says, "This is the perfect image of a man who can drink. He didn't even flinch on that round. All right, I'll order you your cognac now." And
Alright.
go ahead.
Sorry, I said, fucking lightweights. I'll show you how it's done.
And yeah, now the bartender comes over and he brings you a double shot of cognac, and the guy holds it out to you and he says, "Well, we only do double shots when we get into the deep rounds. Time to put you on your ass." All right, let's see. Let's do it, Dingle. Let's see what happens. No way. Get out of here, dude. Oh, you only have to take 1 shot. It's a double, like it's just 1 shot, but it's like in a glass singularly. You do it without flinching again. You passed with it more than a 20, so that's crazy. And he immediately starts to barf. He's like holding it down, and he's trying to hold it down after he gets it in, and then he just blah, spews everywhere on the table. And at this point, the bartender's getting really pissed because like people are throwing up on his stuff, and he's like, he's come over actually, and he's like, he sees the two passed out guys on the ground and this other guy who's just thrown up, and he's like, "You're cut off. No more. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I let you guys do this." But yeah,
Sorry, buddy.
the guy comes to kind of. After he pukes and rallies, essentially, the old puke and rally. He pukes and rallies, and he grabs you, and he's looking intensely into your eyes, and he says, Go to the last building south on the river. The password is dead fish. Once you're in,
I think.
make sure that you keep your eyes to yourself. There's a lot of ruffians in there, but you sure kicked my ass, so I've got to give you what you want.
Thanks, buddy. Before I go, I toss 4 coins behind me. Get yourself something nice. All three of you and the bartender, get yourself something nice, alright?
And he says, "Yeah, I'll probably get myself a nice meal in the morning to deal with this hangover."
Alright, they leave the bar and they go to the last building on the right. Or whatever was to go.
Yeah, the building you're supposed to go to. And yeah, there's a guy there. He's got the classic slit in the door, and he opens it, and he gives you password.
I'm a good set. It's a dead fish.
And without it saying anything, he just closes it, and the door doesn't open for a few seconds. You're kind of looking around, even being like, did I fuck this up? And then he opens it, and he says, "Sorry, just got to weed you out in case you weren't the right ones, but thanks for waiting. It seems like you're good to go. Get downstairs, and you know the rules."
Actually, it's the first time here. What are the rules?
Ooh, at that point, he kind of gives you a weird look. He says, "What do you mean it's your first time here?"
Wait, see, the first time I was here, it's kind of very drunk. I remember the password, though. Like, I was, like, very drunk, wasted, had, like, 7 shots of some cognac, vodka, like, ale, etc.
Nice.
I don't actually remember any of the rules. I just came here to watch, threw up everywhere. I threw up one of the barmaids, so I really apologize about that. But yeah, that's about it, really.
All right, I'm going to get you to roll a persuasion. It's not very high. You came up with a really good story, so just roll me a persuasion and see if you do a good enough job. Oh, geez, Louise. This guy thinks he remembers you. That's how good of a job you've done. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I actually think I remember you now. Yeah, throwing up on the barmaids. I mean, normally we wouldn't let you back in after something like that, but I definitely remember you now. How could I forget a face like that?" And he just like pats you on the back and lets you by.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
Word. So now you're getting into the area. It's just like you walk down these stairs into like a literal underground pit. That's in the middle. It's got a chain link fence around it. Your classic fighting pit. This one's circular. It's pretty big. It's about 30 feet in the middle. And then all around it is just bars, like different bars. There's like 3 or 4 different bars to serve people. And in one of the corners is also a gambling guy, the bookie, I would call him. He's taking bets. There's a pretty good crowd around the bookie. Yeah, so you can. Where do you want to go?
I guess I'll go to the bookie.
Okay, cool. And so yeah, he's calling out the ratios on the next battle. And so he says, "All right, I'm next. Gorebringer versus the Dead Man. Gorebringer versus the Dead Man. Come up now. What's your odds? I've got 2-1 right now on the Gorebringer."
Alright, so walk up to the guy and say, "Hey, buddy, you know if anyone's participating tonight by the name of Springle?"
He looks at you and says, "I ain't heard of somebody with that kind of stupid name."
Alright, how about I elaborate? He's a gnome like me, but he's like a foot taller than me, very muscular, refuses to wear a shirt, and always carries around a giant battle axe. That didn't even ring some bells.
"Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the one and only Gorebringer." And he's yelling it out to the crowd now. And he says, looks back to you, says, "So what? What's your bet?"
Alright, I bet 10 gold on Gorebringer.
All right, here you go. And he gives you a little slit that is like the sheet or whatever that you would take back to him after if you win.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
No problem. Come back and bet more next time. Haha.
I wish I had more on me.
Cool. And now over the sort of like loudspeakers, there's actually, it's just a guy using thaumaturgy. There's like a walk the plank area above the pit where he can like walk out, maybe 10 to 20 feet on this sort of like precipice, this little plank that leads out. And yeah, he uses thaumaturgy to burst out his voice. And in this loud booming voice, you can hear, all right, quiet down, you rebels and ruffians. Up next we have the main event. On the left-hand side we will have the Dead Man, a walking undead, fiendish type of person. He's fought his way through the pits all the way to the top, and now he's taking on our local hero, the Gorebringer. And at that point, the Gorebringer comes out, and you can see it is your brother, Springle. And he's wearing classic no shirt. He's like a foot tall. And then the guy that's using thaumaturgy goes back to his incantations or whatever, and he's saying, "Here he is, the largest small man you'll ever see. A freak of nature in a compact size. He has the dexterity and strength of a tiger, all packed into the small shape of a stoutly boar. Well, let us see what will happen now with the undead man and the Gorebringer." And yeah.
After the announcer's done talking, I stand up in my seat and I say, "Hey, Springle, you hear me? I'm here to watch you fight."
Springle actually looks up. He can hear you. And he's not used to being called that name, right? He's made a new name for himself in this new world and a new identity. And he looks up, and when he sees you, his eyes go wide, and he says, "Dingle, what are you doing here?"
I've come to watch you fight. Maybe go for another round or two. Yeah, on a side note, I kind of want to speak to you again, so after the fight, be sure to come find me. Or vice versa.
All right, and he looks up, and he says, "I'll find you. Hang out by one of the bars. I'll make my way."
Alright, thanks, buddy. Win this fight, I got 10 gold betting on you.
"You should have bet more. I'm almost a shoo-in on this one." And he laughs as he gets ready to fight. He pulls out his weapons and stuff.
Once again, I wish I had more money on me.
Oh, yeah, that's always the problem. Actually, wait, I could have got you paid at the end of the days because we just got back from the mountain and we were supposed to get paid probably yet, but Cailegh's been all messed up due to the fact that we stole a guy from his mansion. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, the fight. Yeah, so Springle just basically totally annihilates this... This undead guy is basically just a vampire spawn. And he's using a lot of fancy tricks or whatever, but Dingle's really, like, not only strong, but dexterous, so he's saving on a lot of these things, he's dodging around them, he's not getting hit, and in the end, he ends up just cleaving this guy's head straight off, and everybody goes into this uproarious, yeah, and you can see there's a group of people, maybe, like, over on the other side of the bar, that definitely lost some money on this bet. They thought that this guy would be the one to take him out, and they're all mad. They're like throwing their stuff down on the ground and stuff. Yeah, and that's the end of the fight.
Alright, so I go wait at the bars to wait for Springle to get back up there.
Yeah, and he shows up maybe like 20 minutes later. He's, not wearing a shirt again, but he's less like bloody and sweaty. It seems he's like at least showered a little bit. And yeah, he sits down beside you and he says, "Dingle, my noble brother, I never thought I'd find you in a place like this."
Well, you really shoulda. You dragged me around to all sorts of places. Remember the yoga bar? That was crazy.
True, the ogre bar was good times. Those she-ogres, man, they know how to party. But I kind of thought you would just stay with the family and live back at the estate for a while.
Honestly, that was my idea. But you see, I kind of left on an adventure, right, to come get you. Because, I'm like the heir of the clan now or whatever. have you by my side and fight with me. But I kind of did some thinking. Like on my journey, you always rave about how cool fighting is and how great it is. But I kind of realized you might have had a point about that. So how about instead of coming back home with me, how about you come travel with me? We're gonna knock some skulls together.
Dingle, I have to say that sounds like an amazing plan. I'm glad you're out adventuring and got away from mom and dad, but yeah, I don't know if I can leave my comfy life here. I get paid quite a lot to do these fights, and tonight I made almost 10,000 gold.
Alright. Yeah, it sounds good. Alright, so here's the deal. Whenever you get bored of this fighting life, why don't you come find me? Here, I'll give you a... I don't really have anything on me. Alright, here's the deal. Whenever you want to find me, just come send a messenger over to mom and dad's house, and they'll send it to me. But on a side note, while I'm here, maybe I'll do a fight of my own. Get my shoulders loose.
Oh, I think we still have some slots open on the sign-up sheet, but I'll take you up on that offer there, Dingle. When I get tired of this fighting life, and it could very well happen one day, I don't see myself doing it forever. I'll find you, and maybe I'll come back to the estate, or maybe I'll just join you on your adventures wherever you are.
Alright, buddy, let's go. Now I'm gonna decide for one of the slots. It's time for my turn to knock a skull, am I right?
All right, you bet, but we gotta set you up with a fight that's gonna be, up to your caliber here, so I guess, let's see, I'll give you a list of items that you think you might want to fight. These are just exhibition fights, they won't be to the death, and you'll be fighting some sort of beast rather than fighting a person. But we've got a list of beasts here, and I'll let you pick from them. I'm just gonna pull up some beasts here that you can fight on a one-on-one.
Alright.
Because I'm not really sure. I've never done a one-on-one. It's going to be interesting. I guess we just did one with Cailegh earlier.
Now you get the spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
Today is a day of firsts in multiple ways, so that's cool.
A twist. It's me.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Oh, yeah.
You guys face off against each other? Okay. Hopefully my D&D encounter thing works really good with like all the... Oh, did I exit Roll20?
Oh,
no,
you're
I
showing
didn't.
him
No,
what
I'm on...
creatures he can
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah, I was on a different...
What are we all doing while he's doing this?
Oh, we're just all hanging out in the forest, kind of waiting for him, because he wanted to go on this adventure, but we didn't really think it would be good for all of us to go because we're still kind of wanted. Whereas even if he's found, he's a really good actor and he's got really good persuasion and all that. So even if he's found by the guards and they think it's him, he'll be able to make it out. And then he's just going to do this side quest and rejoin us. Yeah, I'm just pulling up the list of monsters. I had to figure out how much or what kind of monster would be okay for one person to fight at level 6. So, or are we level? You're level 7 now, eh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Let me check.
you should be. Yeah, you are. Okay, so whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just jump it up a little. Well, I don't know. I think I'll find something. It's fine. Okay. This is it. All right, so you can fight. Wait, really? How much health do you have?
51.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So you can fight a werewolf, an owl bear, a hellhound, or a giant scorpion. So just to go over it again, werewolf, owlbear, hellhound, or giant scorpion.
Let's go with werewolf.
Alrighty. Oh wait, I guess it's actually technically a winter wolf. It's not a werewolf. It's a winter wolf. But anyways, same thing. All right. So, yeah. Springle takes you to sort of like after you're done signing up to the area where you prepare to fight. You're on the left-hand side of the battle arena, and yeah, he's like, "Good luck," and then you hear the announcer announce you guys. He's like, "Well, as we come to the end of our night, we're finishing up the last of our sign-up exhibitions, and today we have a special treat. It seems that the brother of Gorebringer has come here today, and well." I get the honors of giving him his fighter's name, so we're going to call him the Dragon Sorcerer. And with that, you see your gate lifts up, and the gate across you lifts up, and you can see the Winter Wolf is there. And I'm going to just make sure you're clear in turn order, and then we're going to do this really nice and quick and easy, because it's only 2 people, and all I have to do is a Winter Wolf. Pardon me, I just need some water.
Alright, didn't roll too good.
You don't have to wait too long for your turn, though.
Yeah, true.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm back. All right, I'm going to roll his initiative, and then we'll get going. Oh, I'm gonna use Gregor's thing here just because it's in front of me. So he's gonna show up as Gregor, but he's not Gregor. But you know what I mean. Okay, so the Winter Wolf gets to go first. Actually, I'm gonna make this this area like 60 feet so that it doesn't just run over across and hit you. No, screw it. It's gonna come over and hit you. Ha ha ha. Or at least it's gonna attempt to. Let's see how it turns out. Oh yeah, and I'm just running this in the theater of the mind. It's just a 30-foot circular pit. Just reading what I want to do as far as attacks and stuff. Apparently it has some sort of interesting thing.
Awesome gun.
Alright, it's going to come bite you.
It hits.
Ooh, oof. I just took the chat out. I hate when I do that. Okay, here we go. Cool. Oh, I didn't even notice the strength thing. Alright, so you gotta pass this strength or you're knocked prone. And you take 7 damage. I can run the damage for you on your character there.
Alright. I rolled an 11, but I think that failed.
Yep. I'm just checking out your HP. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you failed and you take so now you're knocked prone.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, it's not that bad either. You can just stand up and it's not like you're gonna run anywhere really. Or I mean you might, but doesn't you'd provoke an opportunity attack. So yeah, so this thing's right in front of you now. Here, maybe I will just try and kind of visualize it with this. But yeah, you can go ahead and take your turn.
Alright. Quick question. Is standing up a main action or a bonus action?
Standing up only requires movement speed, so it's neither. It requires half of your movement speed total.
Alright. So in that case, to stand up, then I use 2 sorcery points on Quicken Spell. to make Lightning Bolt a bonus action.
Dope. Okay. The one on the higher. That's okay. We'll see how his dex is. Oh, he fails. Ooh, he's going to take a lot of damage on this. Okay. I'm also just going to roll something quick here. One sec.
Then I use Fireball on him. Or Firebolt, not Fireball.
Okay, cool. And yeah, that hits with a crit. Oh my god, the wild magic. I forgot the wild magic before too, but that's okay. Cool. I'm just going to get this all mathed out then. 24. So 24 plus 35 is 59, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool, you've almost obliterated this thing in its first turn. I mean, you did crit it with a firebolt, and it failed on its lightning bolt. So you've you've almost killed it. And I assume that's the end of your turn then.
Yeah, it should be.
Cool. Roll me a D100 though too for the wild magic. 72. All right. Let's go in here. Okay, so when that happened, and you impacted it on the Winter Wolf, everything around the Winter Wolf started to get sucked in really, really, really like powerfully, and everything was pulled 10 feet towards the impact of the crater. You see dust and you see little pieces of rock coming in. There's nothing in the pit other than that, so nothing comes, but if there was other people or if there was other things, they would have all been sucked at least 10 feet towards you. But yeah, you see the impact, and it's kind of like when an implosion happens and everything gets sucked in, right, like that. That's kind of what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, you're throwing some powerful shit out here. You're like, making gravity work in different ways. It's crazy. But I'm going to roll the Winter Wolf now. He only gets to do this once. So it's going to be a bit of damage. I'll get you to roll this save, and then I'll roll the damage. Okay.
Oof.
So here we go. 4 d8s. It won't be that bad.
Seven.
We'll see. Yeah,
5.
yeah, exactly. We'll see. Cool. And
Alright, I'm still standing.
Pardon? Yeah, you're still up.
With a nice and cool 20 health.
Primo, you're looking good. That's his most powerful attack, and he can only do it once, so I figured you'd make it through. Now it's your turn.
Alright, just be safe. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell.
Dope.
On Magic Missile. And I'm going to cast it. So I get 5 bolts.
Yes, and with that, you are able to defeat this creature. Let me know how it goes.
Alright, so basically, Dingle's like pretty fucked up from the cold blast, right? Like after that's over, Dingle's is like, alright, sick of this. Ending this now! Magic Missile! Then it's like fucking, and all the magic missiles just like surround him, and they shoot out the wolf with a sound for all 5 of them. And the wolf just gets knocked out of the arena from the force of the blows.
Nice, nice. Cool.
Alright, guys.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Alright, guys, I did it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm probably going to sit down for a little bit.
Yes, and the announcer, you can hear him, yelling your new name, the Dragon Sorcerer. out to the crowd, "He is victorious," and they're all cheering for you. And he says, "It looked close when they dropped that ice breath on him, but it seems that this little one is made of the same strong stuff his brother is." And with that brings us to the end of the night of the fighting pits. Thank you for being here. Make sure to tip your waitresses and make sure to cash out your bets. Have a good night.
Alright, nice. Speaking of which, I cash out my bet for Springle.
Yeah, and it paid. It was 2-1 against, so it only pays 5 extra gold. So you made 5 on it. I think is how that works.
Alright, I'm back up to where I started at the beginning of the session.
Cool. And yeah, I guess now you can just head back to our camp.
Yeah. When I leave, I just give a quick bye to Springle when I head out.
Awesome. And Springle says, "I'll keep an eye out for you, brother. It's always good to know I have somewhere to go once this stops being my fancy."
Alright, sounds good, Springle. I'm gonna go back to my camp and try to sleep off the bruises and blood on my face.
All right. Have a good night, brother. I hope to see you again.
Hope to see you as well, brother.
Cool. And with that, you head out, and it's kind of the middle of the night, like really deep in the middle of the night. But eventually you find your way to the path that leads back towards the mountains, and after maybe about an hour, you see our camp there. Cailegh has, Cailegh has decided to leave his cloak outside too, so that you know it's his. It's got the signal of the order, or the sign of the order on it and stuff, so you know where to go. It's hanging on a post pretty noticeably. Yeah, and you arrive there, and we're actually all asleep, other than Cailegh, me, who's up on first watch.
Oh, hey, Cailegh, how are you?
Oh, Dingle, I'm doing well. Good to see you've made it back. How did your adventure go?
Well, pretty well, actually. I got to drink some beer, like ale, cognac, whatever, I can't remember. Then I talked to a guy and said dead fish, wanted me to a place. And inside that place, my brother, we had a nice talk. Then I fought Winter Wolf. He blasted me with it's really cold breath. Really fucking hurt. But I got him back, don't worry. I said goodbye to Springle, got a cool $5 coins on me. And now I'm back here, and I'm ready to sleep off the bruises, blood, and possible fractures.
Awesome. Well, that's good to hear there, Dingle. I'm glad you found your brother there, and I'm glad you had a fun time fighting in the pits too. I didn't think you would be the type to jump down there and get dirty with them, but I'm glad to hear you had a good time there.
Oh yeah, I fought because I had to show Springle there how to properly fight. On a side note, my new nickname is the Dragon Sorcerer, and no one can contend with it.
Wow, I wish I could get a name that cool. I'm gonna be like the Master of Illusion or something, but the Dragon Sorcerer sounds way cooler.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, my watch is ending right now, so I'm gonna go wake up Cailegh. You can stay up with Cailegh if you want, or you can head to bed with me. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll stay up a bit.
Cool. I'll go get Cailegh, and I go and I slightly jostle Cailegh. Cailegh, it's your time for watch.
All right. Every night. Oh, Dingle, you have returned.
Yes, I have returned. Bruised, battered, and bloodied, but pretty damn good besides that.
I'm glad you had fun. Are you not tired? You look exhausted.
Well, the adrenaline's pumping through me right now. Give me an hour and I'll be crying on the ground over there. So, and when that hour comes, please ignore my cries.
I will do my best.
Thanks, buddy.
Did you find who you were looking for?
Oh yeah, I found my brother, Springle. He's called the Gora Bringer now or whatnot. Pretty strong. He cleaved like a vampire's skull in half.
Sounds like somebody we would want on our team. Or somebody I wouldn't want to cross.
Oh yeah. One time, we fucking got into a bar fight at like this place called the Ogre Tavern, right? But it actually went really well in our favor. There was like 5 ogres, but he just took them on single-handedly. I stood in the corner crying, but he did well.
You have come a long way.
Oh yeah.
Well, 4 hours of sitting.
Oh yeah. Yep. Starting to peel the paint. If you wouldn't mind, I'm just gonna go over there.
Do you need any help healing?
Oh no, I should be good. Just ignore what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Yeah, walk over to the corner, sit down. It's like, God damn it! Ah, fuck! Why did I do that?
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, the watch is still going, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be any problems tonight. And I assume Dingle after that you just kind of go to bed and we wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess now I'm going to shut it down a little early today just because we don't have everybody. So I'm going to shut it down the next 12 minutes. I'm going to get us our EXP tracker up here so we can do that, and I'll just see if we're going to level. And then we'll probably have to, well, I'll just do the EXP first before I get too sidetracked.
So I just realized something. That was the first time Dingle took damage since the first campaign. Well, since the first session.
That's awesome. That means we're doing our jobs right. Or I'm not doing my job as a DM where I've got to start trying to get to the back lines more. I got to get them more focused on the sorcerers in the back.
Oh yeah.
But usually we're doing pretty good with formations and stuff like that, so. I'm just bringing up the stuff for the oh wait, we didn't fight a giant constrictor. You turned into one. Never mind. I got to do the veteran one.
Correct. You can give me the experience anyway.
True, I could, honestly. But I'll give you the right amount. Oh yeah, so we had just gotten to level 7, I think, at the very end of our last campaign. Or level 6? Level 7?
Yeah.
We're at level 7 now, aren't we?
We're level 7.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So we won't be getting to level 8, unfortunately. Am I doing my math right? So we're going to add 2, 8. We're going to add 9,000. I'm just doing all the math in my head right now. And that gets us to 32. Oh, we're pretty close. It's 34.
Yeah.
Wait, how close are we? Well, never mind. I won't worry about it.
Away.
Yeah, we're pretty freaking close. Yeah, we're pretty freaking close, honestly. But I think I might just leave it for now. Yeah, I think I will leave it for now. And then, okay, so I'm probably going to have to just kick Teddy. And I'll let Isaias have one more miss. And then I'm going to kick him too. Yeah, I'm probably just going to kick Teddy today, honestly. And then, unfortunately, I'll have to kick my homie. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Like I said, I'll give Isaias one more chance just to make sure that he, because he hasn't missed as much as Teddy. He comes late sometimes, but usually if I text him, he shows up. But he just, today, man, I guess not. But anyways, so yeah, Isaias has one more shot at the bucket here. And if he misses again, it's over because you're just too far back at that point. But yeah, we will no longer have Teddy. And I think what I'm just going to do is we're going to run it with 4. That's not a big problem for me. Our composition is still good because we have a Zeus who can sort of tank. He plays that Aragon character pretty well. It's not a full true tank, but it's good enough for what we have. And as long as we have him in sort of the front line, somebody taking shots at least that's not a wizard or sorcerer, that should be fine. But yeah, that's probably going to be what it looks like for the future. I might bring in another 5th person for next weekend, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Getting another person and could work pretty well.
Yeah, I do prefer to have 5, honestly, now that I think about it. So I might have to replace him. We'll see.
Alright, well, if that's it, I'm gonna head out. I'll catch you all later.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, let's close it down here. I was going to leave a little bit of time for leveling up, but it's we're not quite there yet, so.
Yes. Oh, well. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Much love. All right, and now that I'm out of the Discord, I guess I could just chat with anybody who's still hanging around. I'm not sure if anybody is, but it turns out I don't need a second computer to do this. I had to simplify the whole routing thing. I should be an audio engineer, just like focusing on routing and patching. It's been a lot of years of doing that type of shit. So sometimes I get locked into one way of doing things. But I actually figured it out today. I figured a whole new pathing system for all of my audio. It sounded really good today. And now I have my mute on my button so I can talk to people in chat while I'm not talking to my D&D group, and it's the same thing for the D&D guys because they use their own stuff too. So anyways, it looks like I will be bringing D&D back. It's a little sketchy sometimes with the groups because sometimes they don't all come together at the same time, or some people don't show up or whatever, which is what happened today. That's fine. But I can always usually play this thing out as long as I have the audio, man. That's all I need, and I'm just really glad that I got it working today. So next week I will be bringing it back. This is the official status right now. Bringing it back, baby. We're bringing it back. And I'll be making sure to post that on the Discord and everything else. But for now, I'm heading out. Much love to Soap Dirty for turning in.